coming out today post-market. Let's trade it with Scott Bauer, CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. What do you think, Scott? FedEx worth taking a stab, or has this thing done too well relative to some of the other companies in its network and its industry that otherwise are performing a lot worse?
It does look really good, Oliver, and Jeff's made some really good points. But I really think with the print here, with earnings, they are going to not only have to reiterate that guidance that they came out with last quarter in March, I think they're going to have to actually up that. And that's going to be, for me, that's going to be a tough sell for people because you've got labor shortages still. You've got rising fuel prices, all of which are major headwinds, are going to affect their bottom line. Listen, if they can withstand that, God bless them. This thing certainly has potential to the upside. I just don't see it. Now, to the flip side also, I think we have put in a really nice bottom. I don't see this thing really diving down too low either, even if they don't hit that guidance. So I'm kind of indifferent into the stock price right here. And what I'm looking at is just a simple sale of a call spread for next week, a little bit above where the stock is trading, up towards the 200-day moving average where, there should be some technical resistance. So I'm looking to sell next week 235, 240 call spread for $2. Listen, if they blow it out of the water here and this stock skyrockets, I know what my risk is. I'm capped out here. I just think it's going to be a really tough one to meet. But again, on any sell-off here, if this thing goes back down 210, 215 area, I'd like to buy it there. I just think that there's too many factors right now, fundamentally, and then the technical resistance at the 200-day moving average. I think it's going to be tough for the stock to break out right now. Okay. But I would want to own it for the long term.
So you're not betting against it. You're just thinking that it's going to be limited. And given the outperformance it's had, it does seem like that bar for earnings might be significantly high right now.
Absolutely. And again, as Jeff pointed out, it probably will all come down to what is the guidance. If they reiterate and even up that guidance from what they did in March, yeah, we're going to get an upside move. I just think it's going to be real difficult in this environment. Okay,
so you're selling the 235, buying the 240, pretty close to where we are, but to your point, we got rejected from there in March, April. So you're looking for that technical resistance to hold up. You said down, if we get back down to what, 215, you're interested in owning?
210, 215 area, absolutely. I don't know whether I'd want to buy the stock or start looking at selling some puts or put spreads down there. But I think FedEx has identified this fairly tight range. But for right now, just for right now, I think the headwinds overtake any potential move to the upside.
Okay. Hey, Scott, well, I got you. Markets bouncing around here. We're so close to breaking above a week high in the NASDAQ, but it just hasn't pulled the trigger yet. Bonds are surging these last couple days. What do you make of it?
What really concerns me overall is what you and Ben were talking about when I look at the VIX here. The VIX is in no man's land, Oliver. When the market was selling off weeks ago, we never really saw it break out to the upside. Now that we've got a rally back here, we're not seeing the VIX break down. So that concerns me a little bit here. I'm still very cautious on the marketplace. It looks, it really seems like the trade wants to move higher, but the data that just keeps coming out is so negative. So, we may be stuck in a range, which quite frankly, for the long run, that might be a really good thing for the market if we start to consolidate and just do a little back and forth, not have these huge 2.5%, 3% swings daily.
Okay. All right. Bonds are really on the move here.
Yeah,
well said, Scott. Thanks for the take. Appreciate it. And the trade, of course.
Thank you.
CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Selling the call spread in FedEx.